I get asked on the daily, what are your favorite horror movies on Tubi for free? Well, I have so many, but here are my top 5 that I think are probably some of the best on Tubi. Before we get into it, make sure you tap that follow button for everything horror. First up, I have The Crazies, the 2010 reboot. This one actually did truly scare me. The story follows a city called Ogden Marsh. An unknown toxin gets released into the city and turns these people into bloodthirsty lunatics. And in order to not spread this infection, they have a blockade to not have these people exit the city, and things get crazy. This movie had me on edge. I loved every single second of it. 9.5 out of 10. Next up, I have Splinter. If you love creature features, you have to watch this. In a nutshell, these people get trapped in a gas station where this unknown parasite is absolutely going crazy and wants nothing more than to kill these people. This movie is fun, it's crazy, wild, bloody, gruesome, and awesome. 8 out of 10 for me. Next up is Low Lifes. You guys have heard me speak of this movie before if you followed me. This movie is what I consider brilliant. I don't care what anybody says. The twists and turns are wild. The story follows a family of 4 who are on an RV camping trip. They are approached by 2 men who ask them to give them a ride. They end up giving one of the men a ride and things end up going crazy and a twist comes that you'll never ever guess. 9.5 out of 10, maybe a 10 out of 10 for me. This movie is epic. Another masterpiece, The Changeling. Another one I speak of a lot. If you love haunted house films, especially the classics, you've got to watch this. The story follows a man named John who just recently lost his wife and daughter. So to start over, he goes to rent out this large mansion and focus on his music teaching. This house is haunted by a ghost. The ghost of a lonely boy. He tries to connect with John and John is trying to figure out what happened to him. This movie is atmospheric, the sounds, it's just creepy as hell. 10 out of 10, easily a pure favorite. It was hard to choose my 5th favorite because again, there's so many good ones on here, but I'm a fan of twists and turns and that gives me Play Dead, starring Jerry O'Connell and Bailey Madison. I was not prepared for the thrill ride that this movie gave me. The story follows a girl named Chloe who fakes her own death to get into this morgue to try to save her brother who is involved in a really bad situation. However, upon getting into this morgue, she realizes this coroner is involved in a very bad business. Things get wild and crazy in this morgue, and guys, I'm telling you right now, what you think is gonna happen does not. 9.5 out of 10, insane film. Let me know in the comments which ones you plan to watch. If you've seen any, your feedback as well. Don't forget to like, favorite, repost, and